Hello, this is Gavin Phillips with Layercake and PhotoFX. Today I'm introducing Layercake's stunning and unique location sets for photographers, digital artists, graphic designers, production set designers, and art directors. How would you like to have a library of 1,200 unique professionally photographed location sets at your fingertips? These location shots range from America's Wild West, historic Route 66, scenic America, urban grunge, street art, and onto the colourful streets of Europe and the stunning plains of Africa. This is the perfect collection for photographers. Put kids, seniors, or brides into beautiful locations and increase your print sales. Also included is an idea sheet showing examples of before and afters. This is perfect to show mum how their kids will look in different locations. You can have the location sets collection on its own, or you can combine it with the unique Studio Magic Photoshop plugin. Studio Magic is the world's only compositing software. With a couple of mouse clicks you can add reflections, a light ray, change seasons, add rainbows, snowflakes, flocks of birds, and hundreds of other elements. Now you can create your own stunning signature composites in a fraction of the time that expand your creativity and your business. All of these location set images are high resolution. They are at least 11 by 14 at 300 dpi. So let's review how you can see all 1,200 of your location sets off of the web page. You simply scroll down and you'll see Review your 1,200 location sets. Each of these thumbnails is a clickable link to the gallery. So for instance, this one is America on Location, Scenic America. You click on it and it opens up in its own tab with a new web browser. So to see larger images, you'll click on any one of these and it will open up to see the larger image, and you can scroll back and forth through them by clicking on these arrow keys. When you're finished with this particular gallery, you can click out of it here, you can close out of the tab, and that will bring you back to the main web page. And now I can click on another tab, America on Location, Route 66. And once again, that will open up in a new tab and you can review the images. Now with software compatibility, the location sets are flattened high-resolution JPEGs, so they work with any graphics editing programs. They are Mac and Windows compatible, and they work with all versions of Photoshop, Lightroom, Photoshop Elements, PaintShop Pro, Affinity Photo, GIMP, and all other graphics programs. Now we'll take a couple of minutes and review exactly what Layercake's Studio Magic Photoshop plugins can do for you. The Studio Magic 1 and 2 Photoshop compositing plugins complement each other and offer completely different toolsets for photographers, graphic designers, and graphic artists. With Studio Magic 1, you receive 3 tools. The cutout, you can cut anyone or anything out of any background. The shadow caster, put a shadow on it. And the light brush, paint with light. With Studio Magic 2, you can add hundreds of elements to your photos, as you will see shortly. So let's get started. So I'm going to cut her out using Studio Magic 1 and the Select and Mask feature in Photoshop. I'm just finishing up making the final selection. Now I'm going to drag and drop her into one of the location sets. The final finishing touch is to color match her using Studio Magic 2's Color Match feature. Now she's perfectly matched to her location. Now I'm going to use the Paint with Light in Studio Magic 1. There's a seamless transition between Lightroom and Studio Magic. I've picked the location and the subject I want in Lightroom and then choose Edit in Photoshop. Now, just as we did before, we cut her out and put her in the location, color match her and save the file. Now when we return to Lightroom, there is a composite in Lightroom. And if necessary, we can go back into Photoshop to re-edit it. Now with this little boy, I cut him out using Studio Magic 1, dragged him into one of the location sets, resized him. Then I used one of your many drag and drop graffiti art. I placed the graffiti art. Now I just need to add a shadow to the little boy using Studio Magic 1's Shadow Caster. Then drop the intensity of the shadow and soften the shadow a little. Now for this next image, I cut the couple out using Studio Magic 1. I use Studio Magic 2 to add lightning, reposition it. Now let's add some rain using Studio Magic 2, and then I'll finish it up with the Paint with Light feature in Studio Magic 1. You simply brush light in wherever you want it. The final finishing touch is to add a nice tint to the image. Now let's compare the before and after of the images. In less than a minute you can create a powerful composite. Now in this next location set, I'm going to add birds from Studio Magic 2. Next, using Studio Magic 2, I added a reflection. Now I added the girl to the water's edge and color matched her. Then I put a shadow and added a reflection to the girl. Now I add some ducks to the water. The final finishing touches, I'm going to add a light burst with Studio Magic 2, lower the intensity of it, and then finish up with a paint with light using Studio Magic 1. And now we can review the final image. It's so fast and easy using the Studio Magic Photoshop plugins. Here are a few more examples of what you can achieve with Studio Magic. There is so much you can do. I've only showed you about 5% of its capabilities. It enables you to be able to create composite images in a fraction of the time. So in this scene I changed it to winter, added some snow, and then finished up with a paint with light. Now for compatibility for the Studio Magic Photoshop plugins, they work with Mac and Windows. They work with Photoshop CS5, CS6, and all of CC, that includes CC 2018 and onwards. The Studio Magic Photoshop plugins do not work with any other software. You have 3 different packages to choose from. Please see the website for details. There is a special new product introductory pricing that we're offering, and it ends in a few days. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.